Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super stoked about today's episode as we are going to be covering 3 basic things that you're probably not doing on LinkedIn that is holding you back from succeeding on the platform. But before we dive into that content, as a reminder, we are 3 weeks away from our final free workshop of the 2021 calendar year. It begins on October 25th and goes through October 30th. It is our simple content creation workshop where Nancy and I are going to teach you our system and our flow of creating pillar content that fits into your content buckets, where you can create multiple pieces of content with one thought, one post, one idea. So you start working smarter and stop working harder. So if you're interested in joining us, it's completely free. The registration link is in the description of this episode. And again, it's from October 25th through October 30th, live and recorded through Zoom, 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. That's Monday through Thursday, and Friday will be from 5 to 6. So again, as I mentioned, we are going to be going over the 3 things that you should be doing on LinkedIn that are pretty basic, but you may not be leveraging, which it will hold you back from what you can be achieving and succeeding on LinkedIn. So number 1 is general networking to build relationships. General networking to build relationships. Now, what does this mean? Well, most people are on LinkedIn looking to generally connect and network, create relationships, but there are a handful of people, a good number of people, that are on there to pitch and sell. They are not taking the time to do the most important thing in business, which is build true, genuine, authentic, meaningful relationships. People ask Nancy and I all the time, how has your business grown each year, year after year? What's the secret? Is it your email sequence? Is it your programs? Is it your social media presence? Is it your opt-ins? Well, our programs work, obviously, number 1, but you have to get people into those programs for them to see results. So the answer to that question is, how have we grown our business each of the last 4 years? Is we have doubled and tripled down on our own method and way of building true, genuine, and meaningful relationships with people through LinkedIn and outside of LinkedIn. Whether it's doing podcast swaps, whether it's doing guest trainings, whether it's doing free talks at summits, whether it's virtual or in person, anything that is going to allow us to build relationships with the end user, that if what we talk about and what we do fills a void or fills a gap that someone has in their business, then we're doing our job. We're not looking to sell and pitch people. We're looking to network to build relationships. And I think this is something that people have gotten away from. I'm not sure who they're listening to. And you've heard me talk about the pray and spray method, where you basically just message everyone under the sun every single time they become a connection on LinkedIn, hoping someone wants to bite the bait that you've put out there in that message. It's not going to work. You have to really take that notion of getting back to the basics and building relationships, getting on the phone with someone and just learning about the other person, hearing about what it is that they do, how they serve people, and then you sharing what it is that you do and how you serve people, how you help people, which inevitably, if you're connecting with the right person and if you shared something that really fits into what they want to learn or want to know how to do, or there's a gap or a hole in their business and you can fill it with what you've talked about, you're going to pick up clients, you're going to close sales, but most importantly, you're going to have amazing, amazing, true, genuine, meaningful relationships. Build the relationships. Get back to general networking. Number 2, video content. I don't know at this point how many podcasts I've done where I've talked about the importance of creating video content. But I'm going to continue to talk about it so that everyone knows how important it is. How important it is to truly produce that video content, because what people don't understand is that video content is the best way to build that know, like, and trust with your audience. They can see you, they can hear you, and they can get to know you. So many people have no problem taking a picture of something else, whether it's related to their business or not, and throw it up on social media. But as soon as that camera is turned around on them and they hit that record button, they freeze. As T. Harv Eker says, every master was once a disaster. So in the very beginning of this, when you start doing your video content, it may not be that good. You may mess up. You may run out of something to talk about. You may say and and stumble over your words. That's just a part of it. That's how it goes. You get better over time. Think about every professional athlete that has reached the pinnacle of their sports career. They've made it to the Major League Baseball. They've made it to the NBA, the NFL, NHL, whatever it is, MLS. Do you think they got better just practicing one time? No. They practice every day for hours. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to practice video content every day for hours, but you will get better over time if you just start producing a video a week, 2 videos a week, a video every other week. It's the compounded effect. It's just like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym once and work out and then walk out looking like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You've heard me say this before. It doesn't happen that way. It takes time, it takes energy, and it takes effort. But if you are consistent and if you will allow yourself to step out of your comfort zone, turn the camera around on yourself, hit that record button, and educate and inform your audience on LinkedIn with tips and how-tos of things that they can do to better their business, you will build that know, like, and trust factor, and I promise you people will start reaching out to you. Number 3, polls for deeper market research. So a form of a post on LinkedIn is a poll. It's an option. Whether you're on the desktop version or you're on the mobile device, the mobile app, when you click start a post, it's going to give you this little bar graph option in the bottom on the desktop. And if you look, there's a drop-down menu when you're creating a post on the mobile app, and you'll see a little 3-bar graph icon that says start a poll or create a poll. I did a poll about 2 weeks ago that was just talking about how people feel when someone views their profile and takes no other action. They just view it, they don't connect, they don't message, they don't follow, they do nothing. And, do you find it that it creeps you out? Does it not bother you at all? Do you wonder why they didn't connect? And that post has gotten close to 600 votes and nearly 20,000 views. Now, polls tell you so much because, again, it's a look into the minds of those that you're looking to connect with on LinkedIn, because anyone can vote on a poll. As soon as your first connections start voting on a poll, it appears in their newsfeed of their second connections that they voted on a poll. And if it's something that interests that person's first connection, which is your second connection, they will vote. Now, the good thing is when that second connection of yours, the first connection of your first connection votes, that second connection votes, it'll appear in their news feed. So that person's first connection, which is that person's original connection, second connection, and your connections and your third connection. So it goes so deep. Now you're bringing in from people from all aspects of LinkedIn connecting. Now, the other thing, depending upon what people are answering with the poll that you're putting out there, it's going to give you a clue into maybe that there's something that you can do a training on in regards to the most common answer or maybe the least voted answer. So you can take that data and you can work it in your favor, because if there's something that someone's unhappy with or struggling with, then you can take that content and you can reroute it into your own content in a video or a post or an article that educates and informs people based on a poll that you've done. The other thing that you can do is you can click on the votes of the poll, and LinkedIn will show you which individual people voted for what. They will actually show you who you voted for. They will tell you who you voted for. And that's the important thing, is that you need to make sure that you're actually engaging with those people that actually engage back with you. So if you're just doing a poll and doing nothing else with it, you're not taking full advantage of it, because anyone that's a first connection of yours that votes in a poll, there's a little right arrow icon, which is the message icon that you can click, and you can message that person, thank them for voting. You notice they voted for XYZ. And how can you be of any help or service? It's an open door to start a new conversation with someone. The other thing that you can do is you can click on the views of that post. So it'll tell you how many people voted for that specific thing. So you can actually click on how many people voted, and it'll show you the demographics of that. So if 20,000 people voted, then you can click on that and it will actually show you, here's, where this person lives. Here's what they do for a profession. Here's what their job title is. So now it's giving you some deeper demographics on how you can connect with those individuals. And it's an unbelievable way to really use something that's very basic that LinkedIn provides, like LinkedIn polls, and then use it for deeper market research to really find out what it is that your network wants to hear about, or what they want to be trained on, or who actually wants to connect with you. So again, general networking to build relationships will always win. Make sure that you start producing video content at least one per week, and use polls for deeper market research to really take advantage of what LinkedIn is actually showing you. And as a reminder, 3 weeks from today, our last workshop, our free workshop, our last one of the 2021 calendar year begins October 25th through October 30th. If you want to learn how to simply create content that engages and builds your audience and business and creates more income, click the link in the description of this episode to register, and we hope to see you there. So everyone, please enjoy the rest of your days, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.